Welcome
Hi, everyone.
to another episode of Amateurish.
Ooh, is this episode 7?
Yes.
Ooh.
Another bonus one.
7 weeks. Damn, I can't believe we're still doing this shit.
I know. I thought we were equipped by now.
Yeah.
I thought it would be way long gone. But I guess this
real.
shit is real.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is another bonus episode, and I want to talk about something that I struggle with.
I think we all struggle with that, honestly.
And I feel like this lies more with, I feel like, piggybacking from the last episode, I feel like that is my purpose in life, trying to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Okay.
This is kind of like my purpose.
Okay.
And it's trying to figure out does death actually mean something, or does it have no meaning at all? You know?
Yeah. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about death and the idea of religion.
The idea of religion and the concept that they created, what death means to them, and
what it means to us, too.
Yeah, is that real? Or is that pure bullshit so people wouldn't be afraid when they were dying?
Right.
You know? Yeah, so let's dive right into it.
All right. Well, I don't want to forget this, so I'm just going to ask you real quick.
Okay.
So, do you believe those testimonials, or the people that say that they died and came back and they saw
No, not at all.
things? Okay. Why?
Not at all. Well, there's actually been proven that, you know, a lot of those people that go and come back is a lot of heart surgeries because they are technically dead.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happens, your brain is in desperate, like, if your heart stops and your body technically dies, your brain is still alive for like a little
minutes,
bit.
yeah,
a few minutes. So it's desperately trying to survive. So it's creating anything and everything to try to like survive.
Yeah.
And there is a pocket of your brain in the back of your brain that it is where your creativity is from.
Mm-hmm.
That spews when that happens. And that's when these people think that they see their family members, that they're dead, and they see heaven, that they think what heaven is. And a lot of people that you ask this to is a lot of people that are really, really religious.
Yeah.
So,
or that weren't at all, and now they are.
Right. But they know what religion was, and they always, like the idea of religion was always implanted into their brains. So they have an out-of-body experience, or they technically die for a couple seconds, and either surgery and stuff like that. And they go through that. They have a traumatic experience. So your brain is is in panic mode.
Mm-hmm.
So it's creating everything.
But a lot of the I guess testimonials are all very similar.
Yeah, because Christianity has about hundreds of millions of people in it, right? So the stories of heaven and people waiting, that they're already dead, they're already there waiting for you. It's very clear, and everybody kind of has the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right?
If you ask somebody that, if you raise somebody, right? If you raise a child from little to old and teach them nothing, teach them no religion, teach them no type of like, is there a God, or is there anything? Don't teach them anything. Which
is how I think we want to raise our child.
Yeah, that's how I want to raise my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't teach him anything. Just
let them choose for
themselves.
Well,
when I say don't teach them anything, I'm not saying keep them stupid. I'm saying like religion-wise. Don't teach them any type of religion.
Or tell them about all the religions, and eventually.
I kind of want them to find that by themselves, and if they actually want to choose to believe in them, then they should do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stuff them down with
never.
with ideas and stories of like, this is the Bible and you should believe in this and this and this.
Because God, blah, blah, blah.
Give them no type of like things that they should believe in. Mm-hmm. So if you raise a child like that, I bet you that if they go through that experience, they will not have
go through that.
Yeah. Like because they're not biased.
Right.
They don't have that. Listen, every single child from DR and if you're raised in a Hispanic household, it's either Catholic or Christian. And since you're a freaking baby, they're praying and they're teaching you.
You're baptized.
Like right now, I believe I'm in a verge. I am agnostic to the verge of atheist, right? But you know how hard it has been to question all of that, because my entire life I was put through communion, I was put through confirmation.
Right.
By the way, the father, I think I told you that story.
Oh God, let's not even get into that.
Hold on, it's actually a really cute story. So guys, so my confirmation, I had to what is it? What you have to do? You have to confess. Yes. You have to confess your sins.
Oh and God, so fucking stupid. But anyways,
I was 14 and I was already questioning everything. And every single time I was telling my mom, "Why am I in this bullshit? I don't believe in this." My mom is like, "Don't even say that. How dare you? You're an ignorant. You're ignorant for saying that." And I'm like, "What? It's kind of ignorant for to believe a story that was told to you like with no type of evidence, just pure." And listen, faith is a beautiful thing. I have faith in a lot of things, but I just don't believe in those stories. So the father is like, so do you, your confessions, what your sins and stuff like that. Everybody has gone through it and everything. And I'm kind of one of the last ones because of my last name, Zapata. I'm always like the last one. And he asked me, and I'm like, "No, I got nothing." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got nothing." He's like, "Well, you're a human. You make mistakes, and you have sinned. You don't have anything to confess." And I'm like, "No, why would I confess it to you if I'm going to do it next week and come back to you on Sunday, say sorry about it?"
Just like everybody.
I was straight up. I was like, why are you letting me say sorry now so I can do it next week and come back on Sunday and say sorry again, so I can do it next week and can come back next Sunday and say sorry again. So it's a cycle of like you giving me a permission to everything has been forgiven. I am accepted in heaven, and now I can do exactly what I did last week that I freaking had to confess about.
Yeah, that actually happened to me.
Yeah, so I told him that, and he's just like, his face was pale, and he was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I kind of don't believe in this. Like, my mom is making me do this. I don't believe in this. I believe that everything that you do is bullshit." And I basically almost didn't give a confirmation thing. So they were like, see, he went to my mom. He was like, "I'm kicking your kid out. I don't know." And they almost didn't give that shit. My mom paid money for that.
Yeah, that's hella money. Yeah. I remember.
My mom was like, "You're going to give him that fucking thing. Like, you're going to give him that certificate." And I was like, "I'm not taking the little freaking sheet of paper that they give you that you have to eat. I'm not eating that.
Oh my God, let me not eat
I'm not eating that. I'm not drinking the stupid wine. I don't even drink. I never drink beer. You making me drink alcohol, bro? Let's go." What?
Well, it's not alcoholic wine.
Whatever. So I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. And they still gave me the thing. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I still dressed up a little bit and I was there, but I did not take the thing. And they were like, "You have to take the thing." And I'm like, "I'm not taking the thing."
Yeah, like I remember when I went to church and my mom would tell me like, "Oh, if you lied this week, if you what is it called? Whatever." Yeah, let's just say like, in general, like if you did something bad this week, you cannot take that. I'm like, "Oh fuck," then like what the fuck am I gonna do? Like making you
feel like shit.
Right.
For like things that like, and I also told him like, like if I make a mistake, I learn from it and I don't do it again.
And you move on.
And he was like, "This fucking kid is trying to like, this is the type of motherfucker that questions our freaking thing, and my money is gonna run dry if this guy starts talking." So he was like, "You know what? We can just end this confession right now." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Because I ended it with that. I was like, I don't have to come back to you every single week. I say sorry to myself and the people that are affected with whatever mistake I did, and I move on from it and I learn from it.
Yeah.
I don't just say sorry to you and don't say sorry to everybody else.
Who the fuck are you?
Like, and then and my mom was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Listen, you go every Sunday in that church. It's a bunch of fake people, demons, that are just there to pretend So because of the idea that they are so fearful of that if they die and they don't go there, they're gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
And to those people, I say, how about you just be a good human?
Yeah.
And just forget about the idea of heaven and hell, because there's a very strong possibility that idea is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Okay? So how about just be a decent human and actually learn from the few right sentences that the Bible has, that it's just be kind to your freaking neighbor, and just be a decent human being, because the Bible has some decent things that is just be a decent human, you know, like some parts of it, because some parts of it says stone the freaking person that kisses another guy that is a guy. Okay, just stone them to death.
Oh God.
So there's just and be kind, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, like, by the religion to me is religion to me, I think, was created just to control people, and just
instill fear too.
Yeah, and just to be like, just guys, don't be animals. Okay, there's something watching over you, so just be decent, because if you're not decent,
you're always being watched.
Yeah, you're being watched. And to me, it's like, that is such a childish view on life.
Yeah,
you know, like,
right? Because kids are scared of their parents. Like, oh, my parents are watching.
Exactly, you're scared of like, oh my God, if I do something bad, God is gonna be like. You know, like, how about when you do something wrong, you say, hey, shit, I gotta do something about this to make it right. Learn from it and just be a decent human, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. You know, don't be afraid to live your life, and just don't believe in a story that was made up 2,000 years ago. To control people, because guess what? Church was literally the government back in those days. It was the head of power. There was no government. It was the head of church. That was what power was. That's what it was created.
Yeah,
it was just for power. And now they're just laying around, and they keep it around because they don't have to pay taxes on the money that they make on dumb people.
Yep.
Like, you've seen these freaking pastors on the TV with jets and being like, if you donate now, God will forgive your sins.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, see,
that's the worst fucking sin right there.
Exactly. This is exactly why I don't believe a word from all these motherfuckers that say they believe in God. Because I'm like, you're
that is horrible.
You're telling somebody that you're gonna cure their cancer if they give you money and pray to your God.
Just pray and it'll go away.
And your cancer is gone.
That's the thing too, especially within, I know it happens obviously in every with everyone, but especially with Hispanic people. And they're like, oh, it's because you didn't pray, or you didn't pray enough, or you know, you got to pray 10 minutes every night, and you know, eventually it'll be better or whatever. It's like, are you like,
hey mom, how about if everything was just a chance? Everything is just random, and the reason we got here is because a rock hit this freaking thing, and we were just created from those minerals. It's chance. All right, there was a big bang from a couple chemicals that went something, whatever it was. Everything is random and everything is chance. If your life decided to be pure shit, hey man, that sucks. It really sucks rough, that your existence, that your limited existence in this life, and this could be it. This is the only thing. Was shit. I'm sorry for that, but that was just chance,
right? And that could have been the most religious person.
Yeah, you were not picked. You were not picked by something. You know, you were not picked by something to just live a shitty life. Like, you're really gonna tell me that there is something out there, right? There is a thing that created all of this, and it's letting kids die from AIDS in Africa, and
getting
kids,
raped and
and kids die from cancer, leukemia, and everything. I'm like, if there was something like that, why would it choose those kids to just live miserable 10 years?
Yeah, people are like, oh, because it has to be equal.
No, it was just chance.
Yeah.
That kid just got a shitty hand on this life, and that was just chance. It was the chance that it was given, and it was just that. But again, I dove too much into that. But the idea, the reason me bringing that up is just, still, me being raised in all this relationship, there is a little bit biased in way, which is why it's keeping me in the what is the word? I just forgot the word. If you believe or not, if you believe or not in a God, like if you don't know, I just literally forgot the word, and I just said it.
You're not biased, you said?
No, if you believe or not in a God.
Agnostic.
Oh my! I literally just forgot that fucking word. But yeah, this is why I'm still there. It's because of all that belief system that was given to me over those years. It's hard to get rid of it.
Right, exactly.
You know, like that's the damage that you can do. You know, like this is why I'm not completely atheist. It's because I still be like, is there something? Is like something? I completely don't believe in any religion. That's for sure. Like that's closed out. But I still have a believe that is there something, and it's because of all that. But the experiment should be like,
that's fear that's instilled in you from a child, and that's like, you know.
Yeah, and my experiment is that if you just don't teach a kid nothing of that, do they have any type of fear, and would they choose to believe in this?
Yeah, but still they get influenced by the public and by you know.
But they'll be harder to influence.
They'll be able to make their own decisions in a
way
way
easier.
Easier. Excuse me, but you know, unfortunately there's still some influence that goes on. All
right, so diving more into and leaving religion a little bit, but not at all, like not all of it. Where do we go? Where do you think we go when we die?
I don't think we go anywhere. I think, personally, I want to believe that
all your family members are waiting for you?
No, I don't think that's what happens at all.
No, but I'm saying you want to believe that? Like all your family members are waiting for you?
I guess in like a perfect world, of course, that's what I would want. But what I would want in a non-perfect world, which is what we, you know, obviously live in, I would just like my, you know, like how they say, like my soul to live on kind of a thing. Like I could still be there and, you know, live like within my own soul. I don't know. That makes sense.
You went to left field a little bit there. Live in your own soul. I'm like, the fuck did you just say? What are you trying to say? Like,
well, you know how like the body dies, but the soul like lives on forever.
So you're saying that.
So I would like my soul to live on, you know, and for me to.
Yeah, like a beautiful idea would be like if you die, you just become a part of the universe. Like you're just a being that is just exists in the universe.
Yeah, like you just exactly.
You know,
like that would be a beautiful thing.
But
I would like that.
I believe that what the reality is that when the lights go out, it's just pitch black.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
You know, like it's just you were here
and now you're not.
And now you're not.
Like you were not here
before you were born.
Right.
You know, like before you were born, what were you thinking? Nothing. So what's to say that you were it's the same right after, you know, when everything shuts down, you know, before everything started up, you know, brain got created, heart and everything, body and, you know, sparks in there and started going. And then boom, there's something there. And then when everything shuts down, there's just nothing there.
There's nothingness.
And that's what I think it's more.
Yeah, that's what I think it is too.
But that's what kind of tears me to pieces even more.
Right. And that's why I said,
if this is it, why is it just that simple?
Right.
You know, like this is such a like difficult thing to create, you know, like what we are, like all these organisms and the things that we create and you know, when we go, in a way, if you created something that lives on, like your children and your family, or if you create something that helps humanity, you're the idea of what you were lives on, but do like if it's so hard to be created and live and create all these things, find a purpose of what you are, find a purpose of your existence. Why am I here? What can I do to leave something that means something? And then it's so simple. Choose, you're out.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like, to me, that's very, that's very, very hard to accept.
Yeah. And that's when me. I guess that's also when I can like just believe that life is like sort of like meaningless in a way.
Yeah, and then but I cannot accept that.
Right.
Just the way that I can't at all.
Yeah.
And that's the difficulty that I have my entire freaking existence. Like, as soon as I learned what death is, literally at the age of 4 when my grandma died, I was like, okay, but I don't believe in this fairy tale that you're telling me here. But I cannot believe that there's just nothing. Like, there has to be a reaction. There has to be something. But, it's hard because right now we're I would say there's about like 1 trillion something humans that have died over the millenniums. And we're 0 to 1 trillion on evidence of there's something after, like concrete evidence. So what is it to say that a kid, me, that just came along now, would ever understand or know what death is? And at a certain point, you like life will beat you up enough that you just choose to accept whatever it is.
Right.
But to me, it's still like, at this point, I cannot, and this is why I feel like a lot of my anxiety is created from, and what I've been suffering from. It's just this idea of death, because it's constantly in my brain, like every single day. Every single day I watch something and I'm like, okay, what if I wasn't even here right now? Like, every single day I'm thinking about this, and it's not healthy at all. Because if thinking of death does not let you live life.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I literally have stories like that I write, like literally in everything. It's like, and it's just me trying to like alleviate like my idea of it, and they could try to understand it, but I know that I would never will. But it's me pretending that if I think about it more, if I think about it more, can I understand it? Yeah. Like losing my aunt, like her such an early age, and then my grandmother who died at 102. Like, my aunt dying at 49, my grandma dying at 102. What is, what does that mean? Yeah. Like, why did this person leave at 49 and this person lived in 102? And my grandma was such a careful person, my grandma, and didn't really go outside of the house and didn't really like know much outside of what her family was, and outside of her, she never really left. Where my aunt, who lived up to 49, will get out of the house every single chance that she had. Yeah. Like, she will like just my aunt was the type of person, like, if you say you're going to the other side of the island, she's like, oh, can I go with you?
That's your mom too.
Yeah. And it's like, but my aunt lived way more lives than what my grandma lived, but my grandma was here way longer than her. Yeah. But didn't take advantage of that. Yeah. And she lived literally 50 more years than my aunt. And I'm like I try to find like little meanings of that and try to like connect those things and try to be like, okay, so did both their death mean something? Right. And would that meaning live on? Like, if I didn't exist and I don't think about these things about my aunt and my grandmother, do their things even have a meaning? Because would somebody question that? Would somebody like question their lives? Like, that's the thing. There's so many humans and so many people that die every single day. And a lot of those people, their lives, nobody will carry it on, and nobody will even know that they existed.
Right.
Like, how fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Like, you literally were here for such a limited time, and nobody even knows that you existed.
Right. That's just fucked. But you lived.
Yeah, like
your own life, like how you
and that person probably themselves has such a deep struggle, like how I'm having, and they were like, "Can I do something that I could be remembered?"
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I don't even know who you are, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and me, like, me talking all this crap, and if I go through life, I mean, in 200 years, the idea of Vladimir would even be relevant? Like, not at all.
I mean, but in general, also, like, most of these, like, celebs and stuff, like, who's gonna be
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, but if they had an impact enough, like, you still know who. I mean, shit, you still know who Achilles is.
Right.
That was thousands of years ago. That motherfucker said, "I'm gonna live on."
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill so many people that I'm gonna live on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Death really just fucks me up.
You see,
in a different type of way.
I don't think about it like that, like you do. But it's just something like
yeah.
I feel like it's just something so simple to me. I don't know. Like, I guess it's not
my
simple.
Head really hard right now.
But I like kind of make it out to be that way to myself. Like, I don't make it this thing that I constantly think about because I feel like I would drive myself insane. So that's where I am. Don't think about it.
That's where I am, man.
That's where you are at this moment in general.
Yeah. I'm always driven insane by it.
I know that you are.
I mean, the idea of not existing anymore, it's just, to me, is an insane idea. But also to exist forever is also such a horrible idea as well.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Right, but there can never be a happy medium because at some point...
Yeah, like but the fear... the obvious fear of death that everybody has is that you don't know what's after.
Right.
So, if you choose to accept it's just nothing, completely nothing, then you kind of alleviate that because you're like, okay, I know that it's nothing, so it's fine.
But then you're afraid of, but at the same time, like, I don't know if
you're afraid of being nothing.
Right.
You're afraid of just being nothing.
It's just a constant, like.
Yeah, like you're afraid of like.
Being afraid.
When I die, I just don't exist. Like
how does that happen? Like the one moment you go.
Yeah, and that's such a like. To me, it's such a freaking frightening thought of like just being nothing. Like I'm this for so long that I'm just.
And then you're just nothing.
And then I'm like, oh my! But when you're dead, it's whatever because you're not thinking anymore. You don't think about those things anymore.
Ew! You know what I just thought? This is fucked. It's a little bit of a tangent, but people that get cremated and like choose to be thrown into oceans and stuff, and then you're swimming in the ocean, you get water. Okay,
you just took this deep ass conversation to the most freaking.
I had to.
You just threw a whole curveball.
I had to.
And you shatter the glass.
I'm sorry. I just.
You shatter the glass because you know what? The ocean cleans itself, Lily. Okay.
But there's like little particles still.
You know how insignificant those particles become.
Oh, no,
and they get washed up in the beaches and now in the sand, and then it just becomes part of the sand.
But then the fish ate the particles before it got clean, and now you're eating the fish.
But it's dust, Liliana, which is just going to become nothing.
Dust that was once skin.
Yeah. And literally becomes nothing. Have you not heard the saying of you become from dust you become, into dust you become again? I don't know if that's the actual saying how you say it, but whatever. It's you were dust and you were created, and then you'll be dust again.
Yeah,
that's basically the thing.
See, but I just cannot fathom being buried. It's just too much.
I gotta be buried.
I don't know about that.
I gotta be buried. I can't be cremated. It just shows how much more of it insignificant you were. You know?
But to me, that's how I thought about death the whole time.
Yeah, but to me, it's just such a fuck you.
Not really,
and it's not attached to no type of religion, right? Like all these people are like, I gotta be buried because resurrection. Like I'm gonna come back. God. I'm not thinking about it at that like at all. But I'm just saying that if you just literally burn me up to literally dust,
okay, baby, but that's
nothing. It just shows how much more insignificant you are.
No, but clearly, if that's your choice, no one's gonna cremate you.
Yeah.
But what if you, or I guess it's hard for you to think about it yourself, but what if I'm like, I want to be cremated because that's just what I want to happen? It just
I just be like, it's just so purposeless.
Yeah, but so is being. I just cannot fathom being in a box, like just my dead, lifeless body, and then like everyone's crying over me, and
yeah, like, but you're there. You know, like you're there.
I can't even think about that.
Even if thousands of years passed, and freaking Earth decides to be something else,
you'll be dust.
Exactly, but I'll be there. I'll be contained there.
Yeah, but I can be in a vase somewhere in my.
Yeah, but that vase is gonna be freaking lost.
Oh well, no. Okay, you're gonna lose your fucking family members.
But why will you make your child have your dust in their freaking house?
Yeah, but
that is
then
so
you're on the
fucked
ground,
up.
Then you're
but you're not in their house.
Yeah, but you're gonna.
They're not right there. You have to be there, and now their freaking your grandchildren have to be like, oh fuck, I gotta take grandma's dust with me.
Oh my god.
No,
they don't have to. They can spread me somewhere.
No,
in the ocean though.
So you really would want to be.
I feel like I would want to be cremated.
If by any chance, and I don't.
But
think
I would want.
But I don't think you will die before me. But if by any chance, I will not grant you that.
I'm gonna write it down.
I will not grant you that, because to me it's like I have loved you for so long, and I have loved this being and this body carrying that being. And I'm just gonna burn you to nothing?
Because
fuck you.
Because you can have a what is it called? You can have a burial.
No, it doesn't.
No, not a burial. What is it called? A funeral.
No, but that means shit to me.
Yeah, because you still see the body.
Yeah, that mean a funeral means shit to me. But I want to know that whatever that body was that carried that being that I love so much.
Oh no, this is
still
fucked.
there.
I'm getting like fucked up by this.
It's death, baby girl. This is what it is. This is depressing.
Yeah, it's fucking
And whoever's
depressing.
listening to this right now is crying in their fucking car or in their bed. They're like, why are they talking about this? I wanted to laugh today.
I'm
sorry. Right now I'm fucking crying. Why are you doing this to me?
Too much.
Vlad, Lily, why are you doing this to me? I'm crying right now. And to you I say, fucking think for once in a while, huh? This is life. And it happens. And you'll be nothing one day.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like that would be, like, I would want to donate my organs because fuck do I have used to
I want to keep those
point?
organs in there. Those organs meant something when they were in that body.
No.
I am throwing out that
Not
donor card and you're not donating shit.
That's not right. You're not going to be respecting my wishes
at all
when I'm dead.
At all.
Okay, so I'll have my parents do it.
Your parents will be probably gone by then.
The fuck?
And if my children are there, I'm gonna be like, listen, if you ever do that, if there is such a thing as a ghost, I will come after you and haunt you for the rest of your life. And every single night, I will pull you out of your bed.
Well, this is for the record. I want to be cremated.
And this is for the record that you will not be.
Yes, I will be if I want to be cremated.
You wouldn't be. You wouldn't want to be buried next to me.
I mean, yes.
Mm.
I don't know.
There you go. There you go. Slapped right there.
I mean,
like that's how much insignificant you're. You know, like I think your life means so much.
Yeah.
You know, and to me it means a lot. So if you saying that you just want to be burnt and just put in ashes, like I respect ideas like that, right? But I can't respect yours that much because you mean so much to me. You know, like it's fucked up to say it, but it's also you mean a lot to me. So you saying that you just want to be burned to nothing, I will want you to be buried next to me, and our freaking bodies become dust over hundreds of years next to each other.
Yeah, but I can be.
That would be a way nicer idea to me.
Yeah, but like you just rot.
Why would you want to just be fucking burnt?
You're gonna be rotting.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna be burnt like chicken. No, bro. Like, my life means more than that.
Jesus, but that doesn't mean anything. If you were saying that that your idea of death is that it's just nothingness, then your body technically just is nothing.
Yeah, but
you were living in the body.
But if you heard me a couple minutes ago, right before all of this, you heard me how much I question that and I can't accept that.
Right. So I would never do that to you.
And I would never do that to you. So fuck your request.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to be dying anytime soon, hopefully, knock on wood, so.
Definitely not. You're definitely not. This. You're definitely not. And you're definitely not being cremated.
Okay, well.
And I'm making sure, like, if you have a will, I'm making sure that will is altered.
Oh, yeah. So
again, you just don't give a shit about being buried next to me.
I mean, I do. You see, that's when I changed.
You just want to be in a vase. Or you just want to be spread in the ocean, in the air. Somebody smelling up your fucking burnt skin.
Ew.
And I'm buried somewhere. Because if I get money, what I want to do, right? Because this means something to me. What I want to do is create a tomb and find the ashes of my grandfather that is somewhere in DR in a countryside. I want to find those ashes because if my grandfather would be alive right now, he'd be 120 something years old.
Jesus.
So he died about 40 years before I was even born. So he's definitely at this point, close to probably still bones. So I want to find that. My goal is to find my grandfather because my dad doesn't even know something right now.
Where he is.
But I want to find him. I want to get my grandmother. I want to get my mom's side, my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to put a nice little spot for my parents and like create a tomb where the lineage is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be buried right under them. And I would like for you.
Yeah, but where's my family?
Right next to mine.
We're going to fit all in there?
It's a tomb.
How fucking big is this?
Listen, if I get money, I'm picking a huge land, like a huge land piece.
Okay, so it's big.
Yeah, it's huge. And my tomb is my immediate family. Want to be there? Well, your family can go suck a, you know what? You know what? But I wanna be next to, because I'm always like poetic about that. I'm like, I always find like there's meaning in, in the line of my fam, like there's something there. There was something, and I want to give meaning to them. My grandfather, I want to find him. I want to put him with me.
Mm-hmm.
I get emotional a little bit,
Yeah.
But my dad would definitely get emotional.
Yeah, for sure.
And, and thinking that, oh, wow, I'm going to be in a tomb next to my pops. That's
Fuck,
nice.
I can't even do this right now. It's too fucking late. I'm like,
you know what? We can just let this go. I was just gonna close this out too. Guys, everything dies eventually.
Yep.
Even the sun will die. Even the sun.
Your shirt says rise and shine.
And
one day it's not gonna rise anymore.
No more. And the thing, one day, if we don't figure out how to get out of this galaxy, wow. God, that just hit me even harder, bro. That just hit me even harder. Like, the sun will become a supernova and it will explode, sucking everything in this galaxy and destroying everything. That even the freaking bodies that were buried under the freaking thing
are gone.
Doesn't
so what's the fucking
even
point?
Fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna get burnt anyways.
Fuck this episode. You know what, guys? I'm sorry that we even did this right now. I'm finishing this. I don't even want to think about this shit anymore. I'm literally just threw the notebook. Fuck everything. Bye. Don't listen to this shit. I don't give a fuck. What is even the meaning of listening to this shit?
Guys, now I have to
I'm done. You're gonna have to do something after this.
Oh my God.
I'm out. Bye, guys. I'm sorry to even do this. Fuck this episode.